Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. McCollum staying with him. Spins, gets inside. Left-handed off the glass. Oh, what a sweet move.
Giddy, tough spot. Backdoor. What a pass. What a play. And J-Dub picks the pocket of Trae Young. He'll take it himself.
This is Dort. You're listening to the Uncontested.
Go back. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Are we?
How about now?
Can you guys hear us in the stream now?
Hey, there we go. Let's run that back.
Let's run it. Do we play the intro music again?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Let's just run it back.
Run it back.
Run it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. McCollum staying with him. Spins, gets inside. Left-handed off the glass. Oh, what a sweet move.
Giddy, tough spot. Backdoor. What a pass. What a play. And J-Dub picks the pocket of Trae Young. He'll take it himself.
This is Dort. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, and welcome to the Uncontested Podcast, coming to you live from Bar K in Oklahoma City after the Thunder beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 108-105 in what might be the most exciting finish for a Thunder game this season.
That's what I've heard.
I'm your host for the evening, Jacob Niffen. I've got JD Silva with me.
Hello.
We got Justin Peabody.
Hello, everybody.
TP is here.
Second time's a charm.
Second time is the charm. If you are tuning in to the live stream, hope you like the second intro because I'm the only one that hasn't been drinking tonight, yet we completely ruined the start of this podcast. Before we talk basketball, we have to give a shout out to Bar K and everyone who came out to the watch party tonight. This place was awesome. Ton of people showed out. There was lots of drinks.
You could say that.
$5 Thunderitas.
$5 Thunderitas will do that to you.
Pitchers just apparating in front of me.
Silva doesn't ask where they come from. They might have been roofied. That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We'll see how this pod goes for Silva. We gave away a ton of Thunder goodies. We gave away a signed Chet photo.
Yes, we did.
Which
That was
was
highly coveted.
yes, highly coveted. Very cool. Tons of people showing out. It was a wonderful night.
Had a blast. Got to pet so many puppos. It was great.
What's the
Lot of
dog
good
doing?
boys.
What's the dog doing?
You guys seen the video of the girl that just keeps saying, "Can I pet that dog?"
Yes.
But it's the bear.
It's the bear, yeah.
That's one of my favorite videos on the internet. The Thunder, first half of this watch party was awesome.
It was.
Thunder were cruising. We were having fun. And then they got down 10 in the fourth, and I thought, here we go again. Another Thunder watch or another uncontested watch party ending in a Thunder loss.
We've had bad luck with that.
We have.
We have.
And my God, guys, we were too invested. I should have been making video on my phone because I think we gave some dogs some PTSD tonight with how much people were yelling.
They got
during this
rowdy.
game.
To say the least, it got
It was
rowdy.
fired up in here.
Very much so. And even out there at the bar, it was pretty rowdy during that stretch, which was incredibly exciting.
It was
We
the
had
end
a
of that
blast.
game was awesome. But let's rewind. Let's talk about this entire thing. Before we do, though, we've already given Barcade a shout out multiple times. Just watch party night. I think this is third year official
Yep.
watch party. Is
That's
that right?
correct.
Year
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
We've had more than 3 watch parties, but this is the third official beginning of the year watch party. I think they've all been the second game of the season.
Indeed.
First away game or second away game-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. First one here at Barcade.
Mhm.
Just overall, what was your guys' favorite thing from the watch party and being here at Barcade tonight?
If I met a lot of people tonight. They just came up and were just talking. This is everyone. I'm feeling the excitement that I feel in everyone else that I met here.
Yes.
Didn't know before. Met Luke, who's hanging out over here.
Luke
next
is
to us.
literally
Shout out
hanging out
Luke.
watching
He's hanging
us.
out.
Guy.
You
Yes.
guys know the video of the one dude at his balcony at his hotel that's DJing, and there's the 3 people in the
Yes.
crowd
Yes.
going. That's Luke
Yes.
for us right now. It's incredible.
Met Peyton. It's just great. The crowd that came here,
It was a blast.
they were all feeling the same excitement that I think we are feeling tonight. It was phenomenal all around.
I think Justin would call that tingly in my pringly.
You
I
could
might
say-
call it
You
that.
could say that.
I might.
That's a sounder if we were at home and in front of the sounder.
We have to DIY our sounders tonight.
Right.
Yeah, I would say the same. Meeting new people and hearing what they like about the pod, or who they don't like. Taylor, I don't know. Multiple people just unsolicited told me how much they hate Taylor. I didn't want to be
That is
rude.
false.
Couple
And
of
Fake
Nick
I
news.
twice third quarter excited to bounce person to person. Say hello to all my
Taylor's a man. Taylor's a man of the people.
Thank you.
There we go.
couple of Nick strays tonight. I heard that. Nick, where are you?
Good drinks, good food specials, lots of good puppos.
Yeah, what'd you guys eat?
Chicken. Did the chicken tenders like you guys did.
So
I did
good.
chicken tenders. You did chicken
With the
tenders.
Nashville hot sauce.
You guys got me.
God,
I thought
I
about
had
the
a-
hot chicken sandwich, which sounded incredible.
So
but
good.
I had a chicken sandwich, like grilled chicken sandwich with avocado and fries, and it was great.
It looked amazing.
Yeah.
A plus.
The food was really good. I didn't really know what to expect.
Mhm.
The chicken that I had was incredibly good. I was very
Agreed.
impressed. The fries were great. Prices were fine.
I got to try some Nashville hot chicken appetizer that my
Yeah, it was
friend had
good.
gotten, and some fried ice cream that they had gotten. And let me
Oh,
try it.
Whoa, I didn't get the
fried
fried
ice
ice cream.
cream. Look out.
It was so
My
good.
my wife was here and got the
My wife.
pretzel bites.
Oh.
They were straight gas.
Noted.
I
I
will
saw
be back.
somebody
So
bring
good.
them out. They looked incredible.
Yeah.
You can buy food for your dog here too.
Yes, you can. They have a whole dog menu
Yep.
with risotto. Isn't that
Dog
right,
is-
Taylor?
Dog as in
That's
your friends
pronounced
or
correctly.
your
Thank
animals.
you, Justin.
All right. Barkay was an awesome host for us tonight. We had an absolute blast. We may have to get out here again this
Yeah,
season,
100%.
guys,
Yeah.
for another
even
watch
if you don't
party.
have a dog, just quick aside.
That's right.
This is a awesome spot to watch college football,
It
watch
is.
basketball games, tons of TVs. This is a place to be. I'm a big fan.
You know who does have a dog? The Thunder. And
Multiple
Chet
dogs.
Holmgren.
They got that dog in
They
them.
got that dog in him. Let's talk about this game a bit,
Yes,
guys.
please.
Thunder win 108-105. Just a quick rundown, individual stats real quick, and then we'll kind of talk big theme of the game and kind of what we saw from this team. Chet Holmgren ends with 16 points, 13 rebounds, 7 blocks. The man is soliciting
buddy.
for more blocks on twitter.com right now. J-Dub, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a 4 of 14 night for J-Dub. Not great.
Rough.
Shai, 34 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, including the game-sealing
Good
one
grief.
at the end. 5 steals.
And free throws
Only 2 of 2 from the free
at
throw
the
line.
very end of the game.
15 of 26 from the field, which is
Unreal.
just absurd.
Real.
Josh Giddey, another player that had a rough game for the Thunder. 2 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He was 1 of 8 from the field. Looked very frustrated. We'll talk about that. Lou Dort had 25. Gave him a 25
Huge
piece.
night.
Handful of guys played off the bench. Nobody really popped, except for Cason Wallace, who wins with 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting. The guy is 8 of 9 on the season. That goes under the pretty damn good category.
That'll do.
100%.
But
That'll do.
the story of this game is the end. The Thunder go down 10 late in the fourth quarter. Was it 10 or was it 9?
10. I think they went down.
I think it was 10.
They were
10
down
feels
10,
right.
yeah, in the fourth.
And then who hit the 3 threes in succession? It was Lou.
J-Dub.
Chet.
J-Dub and Chet.
Yeah.
I think.
No,
right?
Shea, it was Shea, J-Dub, Chet.
Sure.
That sounds right.
Shea, J-Dub, Chet. And then Lou hit the running layup.
Yep.
Donovan Mitchell hits a big 3 to
I'm tired of that guy.
That was
Yeah.
absurd. Like we were talking about this live.
Trading
Jacob,
punches.
You and I, like Wiggins was all over Donovan Mitchell for that 3-point attempt.
it was
Yeah.
great defense.
Yeah. It didn't
Um,
matter.
Shea goes to the free throw line, hits 2 free throws, and then rips Donnie Mitchell at the end of the game. Doesn't even let
Ice it.
the Cavs get the shot off. I don't know. These post games, we try to get like big theme of the game. Justin, what would you say is the big theme of the game tonight?
I loved what I saw from Chet. Game 1, I think we were all very excited to watch Chet play basketball, like real basketball for the first time in 2 years. And it was a little disappointing. I think the matchup had a lot to do with it in game 1. Vooch and Drummond, that's a tough go for Chet. Tonight with Jared Allen out, I think was a much more favorable matchup coming into it. And I think we got to see more of what we expected to see from him. I think spreading the floor, getting some of those exciting blocks down low, hitting the threes. It all felt like it was clicking for Chet a little bit better tonight. And if that doesn't whet your Chet appetite, then I don't know what will.
Just real quick, speaking on Chet, I mentioned his stat line, which was 16, 13, and 7 blocks. Also had 2 assists and a steal. His matchup tonight, Evan Mobley.
Yep.
14 points on 5 of 12 shooting, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. I thought Chet clearly outplayed Evan Mobley.
100% agree.
That's the matchup I was looking forward to the most tonight. And I mean, early on, you could tell that like Chet was physically imposing himself. I've loved Evan Mobley coming into the draft. I've loved him in the NBA so far, but there is a certain level of like physicality that leaves you wanting a little when you watch him, and Chet has that immediately, and you saw it immediately.
Lacking a little bit of dog, you'd say?
No,
I think that's a really great point. No, I agree completely.
Evan Mobley needs to come to Barcade.
How Chet responded to that matchup was extremely exciting. The way he impacts the game on, just to your point, Jacob, like you and I talked about this again live. Like seeing Chet hit that trailing 3-point shot, and like critical during a critical time. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at you guys.
Keeps
Like, we just
leaning
look
away
at
from the
live.
mic.
There we go. Now I can see you guys. I thought Chet impacted the game.
video stream is absolutely
God.
terrible.
I
with
know
that,
it's
but-
going to be awful. But I will say something we haven't mentioned yet. 7 blocks is a Thunder rookie record for a Thunder rookie.
Maybe
Chet now
Taylor
holds
should have been
that.
the one holding his mic.
I know this is really bad.
I think so.
messing with this arm,
Yes,
like-
7 blocks is the Thunder rookie record. Previously, 6 blocks held by
It makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to say it.
Poku!
Alexei
When the hell did
should
that
have known
happen?
that.
When did
during some dark days,
Yeah.
Silva. That's when that
I
happened.
think I've blacked that time in my life out.
That's probably why I forgot about that. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know, just so many different things from tonight. To me, the theme of the game tonight was the end of the game and just the way the Thunder fought back.
Yep.
I felt like the offense was not clicking really at all. When you look at point totals for this team, Dort 25, Holmgren 16, Dub 14, Shea 34. And then it's like 2 from Giddey, 5 from Joe, 3 from Micic, which we'll talk about, 9 from Cason Wallace. Like,
Yep.
not much contribution elsewhere throughout the team. Jang, 0 points tonight in 11 minutes. Wiggins, 0 points on 0 field goal attempts in 11 minutes. Micic only took the 1 shot in 6 minutes. Just not a lot of help elsewhere, but those guys, including Chet, did some really heavy lifting. But for me, that the end of the game, right? This was a physical game. Both teams were going at it, not really getting much of a whistle. And I feel like in past seasons, this is a game the Thunder loses because they struggle with composure. They struggle with the physicality. They get frustrated as a young team not getting the whistle. They fought through that adversity tonight. They got down. They kept doing their thing. And to end the game on, what was it, a 15-3 run, and that 3 came on that late Donovan Mitchell pull-up. To end the game like that is just, to me, that is the epitome of growth. Like, if you want to talk about growth in this team, Exhibit A in the final 4 minutes of the game.
This is only game 2 of the season.
Right.
Exactly to your point, Jacob, my biggest takeaway was resiliency. To be able to have Dub be extremely inefficient and Giddey to have a pretty poor offensive game. And
how many games does that happen last year that the Thunder actually win?
Those two
Very
went
few.
5 of 22 tonight.
Yeah,
No.
that doesn't happen.
And there wasn't a lot of bench contribution. Like game 1, for example, a couple of nights ago, we talked about the Thunder setting like a league record, not setting a league record, but they were like one of however many teams to have 8 different players, I believe, to hit two 3-point shots a piece. And like, that was not the case tonight.
Yeah.
They still pulled it out.
And don't get me wrong. I know Cleveland was down 2 starters.
Right.
Right.
mentioned Garland not playing.
Garland didn't play. Jarrett Allen didn't play. But Taylor, you just mentioned the lack of bench production. The Thunder, hopefully in the next week or so, are adding Jay Will, who started 50 games last year, and Kenrich Williams back to the fold. I think they're going to be all right as a bench.
Also didn't play Bertans, like some of these older
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, Poku still like
point.
working back up to
Yep.
play.
Jay Will's absence, I actually noticed a lot. And I specifically noticed it because who was our backup center? Usman Jang.
Usman Jang.
was the
Aaron
backup
Wiggins.
center.
And Aaron Wiggins,
And
right.
you could tell watching when Chet was in there, the Cavs played one way, and that way was if they drive, they would drive knowing Chet would be there, or they wouldn't drive at all. And then as soon as he left the court, drive over and over again. Because
Donnie Mitchell got going
Yep.
as soon as Chet came off the court because he got to the rim.
that was not the best look for Usman.
I did
I
find it
didn't love it.
interesting.
I didn't love
No
those minutes.
Olivier Sarr tonight compared to
Yep.
the preseason and game 1 where we
Mhm.
saw a lot of Olivier. Thought that was interesting, but I think to your guys' point, that's just Mark trying to get more data on lineups and different lineup
And matchups, right?
matchups,
Yeah.
right?
I think I agree with you, Silva. Like Jang as a backup center, like I don't know that we're there yet. I'm down to get weird with the lineup, but I'm not sold on that one yet. For
Agreed.
Jang.
I think he's more of a wing. You guys know what percent the Thunder shot from 3 tonight?
Ooh. Is it bad?
I was going to say like 36%. I haven't looked.
It's 50%
Oh,
wow.
wow.
for the
Oh.
second straight game now.
That's nuts.
That highlights the bad
13
the
of
bad numbers for
26.
Josh and Dub.
Yeah,
They just
right.
missed a bunch of
But so 13 and 26 from 3, something we also talked about live. The Cavs were 12 of 45, which is horrendous. But the fact that they had an additional 20
Uh-huh.
3-point attempts is wild.
And the free throw discrepancy, 19 free throws for the Thunder, 23 for the Cavs. And 4 of those 19 came when the Cavs had to foul at the end of the game.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the refs let them play tonight because the Thunder repeatedly went to the basket and just did not get foul calls.
It's a very physical game.
There's blood everywhere.
When was
Literally.
I don't have this answer. Like, and again, it would take time to like look up. But just hypothetically, when's the last time Shai had only 2 free throw attempts?
It's been a while.
right.
Been a long
It's
time.
been a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tough night for the Shai only scores a lot because of free throws narrative.
Yeah,
Tough
that
season.
point, the
so
free
far.
the free throw merchant narrative is struggling
Highly
right
ethical basketball from Shai tonight.
now. Some other numbers: the Thunder had 22 assists on 40 made baskets. Good, not great. 8 steals, 10 blocks, 7 of which belonged to Chet.
Crazy.
Who did Shai block tonight? He had that one at the rim.
Oh,
where he just
yeah. Was it
forced
Donnie?
And I were
I think it was Donnie.
It might have been Donnie or it might have been Karis LeVert. But I mean, it was
Like Lou sealed him off. And
Cason.
Cason
Cason.
sealed him off.
I feel like
and then Shai
I feel like I'm
blocked.
being a little
Cason,
spoiled
got
by the
some
rim
burn.
protection.
Oh, sorry.
I feel like I'm being a little spoiled from the whole rim protection thing right now. In this game specifically, it was like every time a Cavs player would drive, I expected someone to block it. Like I was just surprised if the shot got off cleanly.
Yeah.
And another thing, kind of in that same vein of rim protection and Chet, Justin, you and I kind of talked about this a little bit during the game. So if you'll touch on it here a little bit, I feel like I'm noticing a lot of Chet, like not really screen, but tag and rolls where the lob is there. And it's almost like the Thunder don't know when to throw it.
Yep. That's exactly like there were so many times where he's rolling to the basket. All you got to do is put it up there. Like either a smaller defender on him or he's got position at the basket and they just don't ever throw it. And it wasn't any one player. It was Giddey, it was Dub, it was Shai, it was Micic. Like everybody that handled the ball tonight missed Chet rolling to the rim. That's one of those things that I think comes with time. And as they start to play together more and as they start to get comfortable having Chet on the floor, I think by the end of the season, you're going to see a lot more of those types of opportunities convert. You're going to see Chet's numbers go up, and you're going to see a lot more assists for those guards down in the paint where they can just toss it up to Chet anywhere within 15 feet of the basket, and he can go get it.
I can't wait. It felt kind of like Summer League, how bad they were missing him
Yeah.
on the roll.
Yes.
Just looking at Chet's stat line, 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. The man is 5 of 7 from 3 to start the season.
Not bad. Take that, Wimby.
Significant.
Take that. Did the Rockets
Chet better.
Did the Rockets win tonight over
No.
the Spurs?
They lost.
Spurs won.
Spurs won.
Spurs
So,
won.
Hey,
according-
Rockets.
Rockets lose
to-
again.
Yikes. According to A Smoot in the chat, Spurs beat the Rockets.
Hey.
Well,
And our guy
well,
Luke
well.
live.
Uh-oh.
The
It's a lot of money you spent.
guys, the Rockets are going to gift the Thunder another top 10 pick.
It's going to be
It
delightful.
It makes
right.
me
Pick
irrationally
number
happy.
6 is on the way.
Okay, Taylor, we've kind of hit the big themes of the game. Give me one player, stat, theme, thing you noticed that you want to talk about real quick.
Did notice the 18 turnovers. It was a bit of a sloppy game.
A lot of turnovers last game, too. Turnovers have been a problem so
Yes.
far.
Absolutely. Turnovers and rebounds.
Sloppy.
I actually haven't looked at the rebound stats here. 55 rebounds to the Cavs 56. So, again, without Jared Allen, it was a little more even, I think, for this game. But the big thing for me, turnovers, like you mentioned, Jacob, has kind of been a theme these first two games. Something I really hope that this team tightens up. But also when they're playing in transition, playing as fast as they are, which, again, is when this team is at their best, I expect some of those to happen. I just hope that's something they can hone in on. Here with that first, Mark always talks about 20 game sample sizes.
Yeah.
Over this first 20 games, I really hope they can
We're
kind of
10%
tighten that up.
there. 10% of that 20 game sample
That's
size.
wild.
Yeah, the turnovers have stuck out so far in the season. They're young. They've got time. They're still gelling and getting everything together. Silva, another player, stat, theme, play, something that you noticed that you want to talk about tonight.
What's been on my mind the entire time was good teams win the ugly games also. They don't let it slip away. They find some way to string together 5 to 6 plays at the end to win it. Even if they played ugly, even if some of their best players didn't play up to their usual standards, they find a way to win in the end. And the Thunder did that. Where the Thunder are integrating Chet into the offense. So someone is bound to, it's possible that someone's going to suffer when that happens, like a Giddey or a Dub in this case. They missed a lot of shots that I feel like they would normally make, and they were able to lock in at the end and win. And that was my takeaway, is that we think our standards as fans are higher for this team this season. And in order for them to deliver upon that, they need to win games like this that are stinky and that are slipping away, and they claw back and win. And that was phenomenal to see, especially with the crowd we had. Like, that was just great.
I like that.
And I love to see that type of win early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
That is a confidence boosting,
Yes.
character building type of win. That
Need it for Sunday.
that justifies early in the season, like, we can do it.
Yeah.
Right. We can do it. A bit of the Goonies tonight, Justin.
Never say die.
Never say die.
Never say die.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like, even seeing that this early, it just shows you the progress they made since the last season. I think that's a great point.
Definitely. One thing I think we have to mention that we haven't really dove into yet, kind of two things I want to talk about. The first one, Vasa, the facilitator.
Yes.
Baba.
Gets his first minutes of the season tonight, plays 6 minutes. one of one from the field. It was a 3-pointer that he had shot, and he made it. He had 1 assist and 2 turnovers. But interesting time to dust off Vasa and get him in the game there in the second quarter. Not second quarter, I'm sorry, second half.
Based off Dagnall's pregame comments or shoot-around comments this morning, I didn't think we were going to get to see Micic tonight because he said something like, I don't know that he'll get in tonight. But basically saying, we're going to cycle guys. It's going to be a bigger sample size than one game. But just like we saw last year, where you'd go maybe 10, 15 games where you're cycling guys in and out, you're trying different lineups. So if a guy doesn't play for, 5, 10 games, like that's not necessarily a knock on him. That's not necessarily he's never going to see the floor again. Dagnall's just playing around. I think those choices and those experiments get a lot more difficult this year because of who they have on the roster. Those questions are a lot tougher than they were last year. So a guy like Micic, he's going to get his opportunity. He's going to get a nice long stretch where he can play and show off what he can do. He's also going to go through stretches where he doesn't see the floor at all. And I think that's going to go for a lot of guys. I think there's precious few that rule probably doesn't apply to.
Well, you mentioned even like that not expecting him to come in based off Dagnall's shoot-around comments before the game. But I even think about like that first half. We saw Cason Wallace and Ousmane Dieng being the two to come off the bench first. And that was kind of the theme there that first half. We didn't see Micic at all. So for him to come in there, it was the third quarter, right? Or was it?
Yeah, it was. I think it was third.
And so it was fascinating. It didn't seem like something. It was like, okay, it's time to get Micic in and get him a little burn. It very much seemed like Dagnall was looking for a spark there with that second unit. I'm not sure if he found it because to your point, Jacob, to your point, Justin, like he only played 6 minutes. And so I'm very curious to see how that looks moving forward again with these different matchups and within this first 20 game sample size.
Definitely. And Taylor, you just mentioned the other thing I wanted to talk about. 2 games in.
So good at this.
2 games into the season.
He's live like an elbow.
That's 2 straight games where Cason Wallace is playing a pretty significant role off the bench. Second most bench points. Not bench points. He is number 1 in bench points. Number 2 in bench minutes. 7th on the team in minutes. He played 19 tonight. I talked to multiple people tonight that are just like so impressed with Cason, not because there are these flashes of like, oh my God, this is the 5th All-Star on the team, but the floor just feels so incredibly high. Like he comes in, he doesn't press, he doesn't look rattled, he doesn't look like the moment is too big, he's not getting ripped and trying to do too much. He just comes in and he's like, whenever you're putting together a puzzle and you get to that last piece and the satisfaction of putting that last puzzle piece in, the whole thing, you got to do the dad thing. You got to like rub the puzzles and tap it a few times. Like, we got it all. That's what Cason feels like. He's just that last piece that just fits in so smoothly that kind of glues everything together. Yeah. Like the defense is solid. The scoring has kind of blown me away so far, to be honest. It's super efficient. Dude, if I was a 19-year-old...
Sorry, keep going. Comment in the chat that made us laugh. It is J.D. Silva, by the way.
2 letters, J.D.
Not J.D. Silva.
J. De Silva. I got to tell you guys, if I was a 19-year-old playing in the NBA for my first time,
wouldn't that be something?
That'd be badass. And I'm 8 of 9 from the field so far.
Can't tell me nothing.
I'm shooting that bitch. I am shooting that thing every time down the court. You can't tell me anything. So for him to have the maturity and the awareness, I mean, Taylor, you and I can talk to it personally. Like, he is a very soft-spoken, kind of reserved kid.
Which is why and somebody mentioned that to me here at the watch party, Jacob, when seeing him chirp at the bench there in that game 1, that was so like out of character.
I know. I was like, who is this guy?
Yes.
I've just been, I feel like Cason's kind of been the unsung guy. Number 10 overall pick, they traded up to get this dude. But there's so much talent on this team right now that he kind of got forgotten over the summer. If this was the number 10 pick last year, it's a different story.
It is.
But he's kind of just been forgotten and put to the side a little bit. He's reminding some people, hey, I went 10 for a reason.
He's a real rotation piece on this team. Yeah.
He's been like, number one, I feel pretty damn good about my bet that Queso was going to play more minutes than Vasa.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about
Yeah.
that. Number
So
two,
far,
like
so good.
I don't know if he's going to see blue time. I
It
don't know if
doesn't
he's
look
going
like-
down to the G League. He's just
Other
been
rookies,
too impactful.
other rookies that we've seen go to the G League have not. They did not look as poised as he has this entire.
I
for the
will
first
say-
the first 2 games.
2 games.
2 games.
Not a big sample
Okay.
size.
Leave me alone, all right? I got to give a shout out to our guy Luke over here because he said this to me earlier tonight. We were talking about Cason. Cason's just got a big ass plate of broccoli. All he eats is broccoli. 0 Skittles. The man hates Skittles.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nobody hates Skittles.
it's like
I haven't had those. In
it's
years.
so drastic. Really,
years.
it's so drastic the difference between Cason and Trey. Nothing
It is.
against Trey at all. Just their
Yeah.
style, their demeanor.
Yeah.
Like Trey comes in, he's going to hit you with a double crossover, step back, and pull the 3.
Yeah.
Cason's going to come in, box somebody out up to the 5th row,
Mhm.
and then dive on the floor for a loose ball, pick you up full court,
Yeah.
and then move without the ball and just try to make stuff happen.
True.
Yeah.
It's they're very very different players, and they're both great in their own right. But Cason's just really impressed me so far. Guys.
He's been
And Silva-
plug and
Yeah.
play.
Silva, you even mentioned to me when we were watching that final stretch, or I guess the 4th quarter there, when Cason was getting burned in a pretty critical time. Kind of comparing that to Oos going back down to the blue last season.
Yeah.
And like, if Cason is playing this well,
You're good. I'm just
tipping
it a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
The romance.
I mean, if Cason is playing this well, how do you send him down to the blue? And like, how does a player like Micic take away time from a Cason Wallace? It probably comes from elsewhere within the lineup. So I agree with what you guys said. Like, it would be very hard with this very small sample size of 2
Yep.
games to see Cason go down and play with the blue, for example, and not be in this lineup as a mainstay. Exactly.
Everybody enjoy this feeling now because the Nuggets come to town on Sunday.
Hey, who knows
And
what
we
happens?
win.
Jacob's drinking the Kool-Aid tonight.
I just want to put on record. Last Sunday, we kind of forgot, and
Jacob had 0 beers before this take.
we'll be back to being on top of our stuff
Weekly
this Sunday.
predictions.
But our weekly predictions.
Mhm.
Who said 2-1 last Sunday?
Me, Taylor.
I think I went 2-1.
No, you
No,
didn't.
you
I
didn't.
didn't. I went 1-2.
You did.
I don't remember you
Taylor-
going 2-1.
Yes, I went 2-1.
Did Silva go
I didn't
2-1?
realize I was the
2-1.
pessimist.
Taylor was trying to like overcompensate for his normal optimism.
That's fair. So Nick went like 0-3 probably.
No, Nick went 1-2.
He did.
Yeah.
I think Nick and Taylor
I
went
guess I was
1
the
and 2.
2-1's a
1-2.
lock.
I
Which
do,
one's a
I
lock?
do like that there's been
That's
a
significant.
Nobody guessed 3-0.
no.
Hmm.
This
Yeah, no.
first 3 games has been a gradual increase in difficulty.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
then you got Detroit on Monday.
Ramp
and they
up.
got Detroit on Monday.
Detroit hasn't been bad either.
No.
But
They've been solid, and it's a unique matchup. That'll be fun to see. But
For sure.
I still can't
A
believe
lot of
Chet
girth
got
on that team.
7 blocks.
girthy. I still can't believe Chet got 7 blocks too.
No.
So good.
After
This place
If-
is screaming.
If Chet
dude,
had
people
come-
were getting. I think Silva had a buddy here tonight that I think was
Couple
a tad
buddies.
sloshed.
oh, 100%. Not a tad. That's just
My
honest.
guy is about to have
hyping the
a
crowd
baby
up.
here in 2 weeks,
Yeah, it's
and
my
he
friend.
is living it up until then.
living the
My
dream.
good friend Cody and Sheldon, whenever they show up to places like this, they commit fully to the experience, and they added to the volume. I would
Yes,
say
they
It was
did.
appreciated.
they added to
Yes,
the
they
volume
did.
in a big way.
When Chet hit that trail 3, this place went
Exploded.
nuts.
It was awesome.
And you know what's crazy? I was in the bathroom for that.
Was there a TV in the bathroom?
No, but I was going there, and Peyton said, "You're making a mistake. Shouldn't do that." As soon as I came out, there it was.
Oh man.
All right. Parting thoughts before we get out of here. Any big picture this game, the first 2 games, anything you need to get off your chest, a bold prediction?
You can asterisk it all you want, but the Thunder beat 2 legitimate NBA teams. Like
The
it's not like we,
Cavs might have home court in the East this
it's,
year.
yeah, it's not like they came out and beat 2 bottom dwellers. Like it's impressive what the Thunder have done in the first 2 games. And now you can asterisk that with saying it's the first 2 games, but you can't ask for a better start, literally, to the season. I think there's so much to be excited about. So much that we've talked about over the last few months has come to fruition, and you're seeing what the Thunder are capable of. They're no longer that team that's on the schedule where it's like, oh, whew, we got the Thunder tonight. Like everyone's looking at the schedule being like, we got to play
Thunder
OKC.
tonight. Yeah.
Yep.
I want to piggyback off that just a little and say that even without Jared Allen, without Garland, I think if both those players played, I think the outcome's very similar. It's a close game regardless, because that's what this team does. They respond, they adapt. I think we're due for some very close games this season, which will be exciting and equally stressful. But regardless, like to your point, Justin, like this team is certainly taking a step in the right direction, and we have a lot to be excited about this year. Also, shout out everybody who came out. I mean, it just makes for such a fun and awesome experience.
Yeah, this place was packed tonight. We had a lot of people sign up for the Chet signed photo giveaway. It was really cool. Silva, any last thoughts?
Yeah, the Cavs have 2 guys on their roster that could be cousins of mine by their appearance, and that's Max Strus and Ty Jerome.
I was not sure where that was going.
Think about
I would agree. It was cool to see. Cool to see Ty. Cool to see Ty.
Shay was chatting it up with Ty after the game.
Yep,
He was.
Also, I love Thunder basketball. That's my Thunder take.
I love it. We love everybody who came out tonight to the watch party. We had an absolute blast. There's 3 major things on the calendar that I look forward to for this podcast every year: Summer League, the Bets podcast, and the annual watch party. And all 3 have just been phenomenal this year. So thank you everyone who came out tonight. Shout out to Bar K for hosting us, for reaching out and having us come out here. The space is awesome. The food was awesome. The vibe was awesome. Just a great night all around. And they were joking with us afterwards. Like, we desperately wanted the Thunder to win, so you guys would want to come back. What a hell of a way for the watch party to go. With everybody getting fired up there at the end. People were trying to get the uncontested to buy shots if the Thunder won.
Yes,
I was like,
they were.
buddy, we ain't got that much money in the account, all right? And then thank you guys, everyone in the stream, everyone on YouTube. I think it's okay that we go a little behind the curtain here. Justin, I think the postgame after the Bulls, number 1 viewed postgame by the Uncontested on YouTube all time.
Yeah, not too bad. Good start to the season.
That's freaking awesome. That goes out to all of you guys. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the YouTube channel, subscribe wherever you get your podcast from. Follow us on all of our social media channels. We will be back Sunday after the Thunder take on the reigning champ Denver Nuggets. You thought Chet had it hard with Vooch and then Evan Mobley. Well, the MVP and finals MVP is coming to town.
Clearly, that's why they've been taking it easy with Poku.
100%.
That's what I like to hear.
Some Serb on Serb action. I like it.
Weapon X.
We will be back with you guys Sunday night, 9 p.m. as normal. You guys enjoy the Denver game. We will chat soon. Until then, and as always, Thunder up.
Thunder up.